All quotes here are compiled from Bruce Lee's diaries and books written about him. All the sources we used can be found in the description section of the video. Be like the cliff against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. There is no friend as loyal as a book. The hardest part of writing a novel is finishing it. You have to believe in yourself. When sexual intercourse decreases, its heat fades. When a person is deprived of the fire of this passion, his heart gradually hardens, and the spaces between the two bodies are born like a wall built with silence. Excuses make today easier, but tomorrow harder. Discipline makes today hard, but tomorrow easier. If quick, I survive. If not quick, I am lost. This is death. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. There are not more than 5 musical notes, yet the combinations of these 5 give rise to more melodies than can ever be heard. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. Thus, the expert in battle moved the enemy and is not moved by him. Attack is the secret of defense. Defense is the planning of an attack. Great results can be achieved with small forces. Ponder and deliberate before you make a move. The world breaks everyone, and some grow stronger from the broken places. There's nothing honorable in being superior to someone else. Real honor comes from being superior to your previous self. My aim is to put down on paper what I see and what I feel in the best and simplest way. No matter what happened the day or the night before, get up and work. It is better to die standing than to live on one's knees. Put what hurts you clearly and directly into writing. A cat has emotional honesty. People hide their own feelings. Cats don't do that. There's no one thing that's true, it's all true. Therefore, just as water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. Regard your soldiers as your children. They will follow you into the deepest valleys. Look on them as your own beloved sons. A leader leads by example, not by force. He will win who knows how to handle both superior and inferior forces. In making tactical dispositions, the highest pitch you can attain is to conceal them. Running water never gets old, so you just have to keep floating. As you think, so shall you become. The best fighter is never angry. Ignorance is the root and stem of all evil. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war.
while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win.
He who has peace of mind disturbs neither himself nor another. All truths are not to be told. Control your anger. If you have anger towards others, they control you. If you think a thing is impossible, you'll only make it impossible. Love and respect. Without respect, love cannot go long. If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done. To be the best, you must be able to handle the worst. A person's power is your ability to give strength to others. Never compare movement with action. Never go on a trip with someone you don't love. In order to write something about life, you must first live it. We are all broken. That's how the light gets in. When you start living outside of yourself, everything becomes clear. When given the chance, everyone behaves badly. Those who are unaware they are walking in darkness will never seek the light. Life itself is your teacher, and you are in a state of constant learning. It is far better to be alone than to be in bad company. If you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. When full, starve them. When settled, make them move. Who wishes to fight must first count the cost. If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. Know yourself and you will win all battles. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. Be extremely subtle even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious even to the point of soundlessness. Thereby you can be the director of the opponent's fate. The whole secret lies in confusing the enemy so that he cannot fathom our real intent. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins but excels in winning with ease. Rouse him and learn the principle of his activity or inactivity. Force him to reveal himself so as to find out his vulnerable spots. The most dangerous person is the one who listens, thinks, and observes. If you want to be successful, you must respect one rule: never lie to yourself. Patience can cook a stone. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. Move swift as the wind, closely formed as the wood, attack like the fire, and be still as the mountain. Be afraid of a friend who compliments you too much. Complimenting means telling a person exactly what you think of them. All cowardice comes from not loving truly, or at least not loving well. Every day is a new beginning. Of course, a person also needs luck, but first, one must do what is necessary so that when luck knocks on the door, one is ready. One of the best lessons you can learn in life is to master how to remain calm. A wise man can always be found alone,
A weak man can always be found in a crowd. Focus on making yourself better, not on thinking that you are better. Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it.
No man was ever wise by chance.
He who is brave is free. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. The willing are led by fate, the reluctant dragged.
What we do now echoes in eternity.
While we wait for life, life passes.
When you accept yourself, the whole world accepts you. Calm is a superpower. When you talk, you are only repeating what you already know. But if you listen, you may learn something new. Remember, no man is really defeated unless he is discouraged. Every situation in life is temporary. So when life is good, make sure you enjoy and receive it fully. And when life is not so good, remember that it will not last forever, and better days are on the way. The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I still have to learn. Ever tried? Ever failed? No matter. Try again. Fail again. Fail better. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. When one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one that has been opened for us. Always remember that you're absolutely unique, just like everyone else. When you build in silence, people don't know what to attack. You only fail when you stop trying. Your struggle is part of your story. Excuses make today easier, but tomorrow harder. Discipline makes today hard, but tomorrow easier.
If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them not because we needed them, but because we had them.
If a man knows not which port he sails, no wind is favorable.
We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Here is a rule to remember in future. When anything tempts you to feel bitter, not this is misfortune, but to bear this worthily is good fortune.
Man conquers the world by conquering himself.
Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it.
You can't reach what's in front of you until you let go of what's behind you. Everyone leaves. Learn how to survive alone. Before you act, decide. Before you decide, think. Before you think, focus. Your comfort zone is killing your potential. Your only limit is you. Words without action mean nothing. When you learn to survive without anyone, you can survive anything.
Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is noise before defeat. The captured soldiers should be kindly treated and kept. One need not destroy one's enemy. One need only destroy his willingness to engage. Every animal with blood in its veins and horns on its head will fight when it is attacked. Never trust a friend who is silent about your flaws. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Inwardly, everything should be different, but our outward face should conform with the crowd. Anyone who can make you angry becomes your master.
The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are.
You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. He suffers more than necessary who suffers before it is necessary.
Nature hath given men one tongue but 2 ears, that we may hear from others twice as much as we speak.
People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of one thing in which it is right to be stingy. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Difficulty shows what men are. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. Death smiles at us all. All we can do is smile back. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Nothing endures but change. A person's worth is measured by the worth of what he values. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. It can ruin your life only if it ruins your character. Otherwise, it cannot harm you, inside or out. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Mastery of reading and writing requires a master, still more so life. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Your days are numbered. Use them to throw open the windows of your soul to the sun. If you do not, the sun will soon set, and you with it. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. It's not that we have little time, but more that we waste a good deal of it. Whatever happens at all happens as it should. You will find this true if you watch narrowly. Our life is what our thoughts make it. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive. We live only now. Everything else is either past or is unknown. Progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily.
In banquets, remember that you entertain 2 guests, body and soul, and whatever you shall have given to the body you soon eject, but what you shall have given to the soul you keep always.
No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have.
An intelligent man is sometimes forced to be drunk to spend time with his fools.
The first and final thing you have to do in this world is to last it and not be smashed by it.
If two people love each other, there can be no happy end to it.
Man is the only animal that can laugh. Even though he has the least reason to, he worries a little every day.
You lose a few years of your life. If something's wrong, fix it, and fix it yourself. Worrying never fixes anything. I've learned to listen to people carefully. Most people never listen to each other. Now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do with what there is.